This is IB Sports. I'm BJ Griffin. Divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs is really coming down to it. Let's start with the Seahawks versus the Bears. Chicago Bears at home. Let's start by talking about the 67-yard touchdown run Marshawn Lynch had against the New Orleans Saints. That was a ridiculous run. And with that being said, of course, that being one of the all-time greatest postseason NFL runs. But with that being said, I don't think Chicago's defense is going to play as bad as New Orleans' defense played against the Seahawks. They played pretty poor defense. Chicago, number 2 all-around defense at the end of the regular season, so I don't think they're having that. Number 2 rush defense, so Marshawn Lynch isn't going to break away with that kind of run against the Bears. The Seahawks receivers dropped a couple of Matt Hasselbeck's balls, even though Matt Hasselbeck looked very good in that Saints game. Mike Williams, a couple of those guys, they dropped some of his balls, so that could be a factor. If they make mistakes like that, they won't win against the Bears. Also, as far as the Bears offense goes, the Bears are going to have to get that run game going to help out Jay Cutler. A lot of this game, and whether the Bears win or not, is going to depend a lot on whether Jay Cutler can limit his mistakes. Matt Hasselbeck also, but Jay Cutler has been known to throw, when he's having a bad game, he's throwing picks. He starts throwing picks. It gets ridiculous. But I'm going to pick Chicago to win this game. Next game, Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Baltimore giving up a lot of rush yards early against KC in that game that they played at Arrowhead. And they started shutting down the run in the other quarters. In the second, third, and fourth quarter, they limited the run. But a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that KC had no pass game to support that run. Just like you have to have the run a lot of the time to support the pass game. They didn't have a pass game to support the run. You really want balance. And it didn't help that Matt Castle threw all those picks. That's a big reason that Baltimore put up 30 points in offense, was because they capitalized on all of KC's mistakes. Pittsburgh isn't going to make those kind of mistakes. Ben Roethlisberger, he's not going to throw 3 picks in a playoff game. He's experienced. There's no way he's going to do that. And also, Rashard Mendenhall has a chance to consistently run well throughout the game, more so than Ray Rice does. And, possibly he could have a big game. Other guys who could possibly have a big game, Anquan Bolden. He caught for over 100 yards the last time these two met, so he could have a big game. Todd Heap received for over 100 yards against KC. Pittsburgh's really going to have to work hard to shut them down. But Pittsburgh at home here, I like Pittsburgh and Ben Roethlisberger to go to the AFC Championship game. Next game, Green Bay at Atlanta. Been waiting a long time for this game to see Atlanta in the playoffs. Atlanta is at home. Of course, they have home field advantage. And to start, if Green Bay can run the ball like they did against Philly with James Starks, Atlanta's going to be in a whole lot of trouble, and they have a great chance. They probably will win the game if he can run the ball like he did against the Eagles. Also, Matt Ryan is going to have to play really well. He's going to have to really limit his mistakes. He can't let Green Bay's outstanding defense force him into throwing that costly interception, because Matt Ryan will do it here, that he will throw that costly pick. And also, Michael Turner and that Falcons run game is going to have to play well to support Matt Ryan, although Matt Ryan has had a couple games in the regular season where he did it without a strong rushing attack. But Green Bay, too good of a team. They're going to put up too many points. They really have to kind of control the clock and be able to manage the game with the run game. I'm going to go Atlanta here. They are fantastic at home. I'm looking to see them as another team in the NFC Championship game. Final game I'm going to talk about, New York Jets at the New England Patriots. If the Jets can run the ball well, they have a chance to win this game. But Mark Sanchez cannot pass as bad as he did in their previous playoff game in this Patriots game, or they're going to lose. Tom Brady, he is too good. As a matter of fact, the Jets would have lost to the Colts if the Colts special teams player didn't run into the Jets punter, they would have went down and scored. And I mean, that game would have been over. So really, the Jets kind of escaped that game. And you know, Tom Brady, he's real good in the regular season. In the playoffs, he only comes back better. I got to go with the New England Patriots. And I mean, they're home in Gillette Stadium. I got to go with the Pats. What are your picks for this NFL playoffs divisional rounds? Make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. This is Ivy Sports. I'm BJ Griffin.